Hey guys, Dean Marks here. Hey committee, doing a week two update video for my software. It's going to manage payment processing and operations and maybe front end website for um, self-service, self-storage industry. Um, I was talking with Will, the guy that I'm kind of working on this on, and one of the things that we really worked on this week was the map. Sort of the heart of the way that we're building this is like home base is kind of the programmatic map. I showed that to you guys this week. So I wanted to make sure that I really understood what was going on so that we can easily um, onboard customers as they come in. Um, we've got a process in place to basically map out their facility and then like put some logic in it and make it work instantly. And so one of the things I did was like I just kind of like went through the process and made sure that I like actually knew what was going on. So the process is step one, you get some satellite or drone imagery of the facility. Step two is you kind of walk the facility and get like an idea of what's going on. Um, and then you draw a transparent PNG. This is kind of this frame without the red. You download that as a transparent PNG, then you upload that into some Illustrator type program. I've used Inkscape because it's free and it's actually pretty good. From there, you basically make these little boxes inside of it. They're called Rector boxes, I think, and you are able to assign these IDs. Like right here, this one, you just make sure that the ID corresponds with the numbering system that we've already created in the transparent PNG. And then you save that. All right. So then in my map script that I've done to make sure, you upload that SVG. You would download that file that we just did. You download this as an SVG file. Then here, what's happening is you're uploading that SVG file just like you would a CSV or PDF or whatever, but you're able to parse that SVG file like you would do a web page. And this script, long story short, it returns a data frame that is, will be like 500 by 4 columns, 600-ish rows by 4 columns, and that ID corresponds with what we just entered into the box. And the XY with height corresponds with like where it's plotted on the image, on the CSV image. So, but that's great. But unfortunately, for some reason, the transparent PNG that we made, like even though we uploaded that and we used the proportions of SVG, when you download that SVG, maybe I'm missing something, but it scales it up. So anyway, I found a little, which was causing like a big problem earlier, but I found a way that basically, if you convert that SVG file to a PNG file, and then you read in the width of like what's the width of the PNG and then what's the width of the SVG, you can figure out that the base PNG, I guess they're both base PNGs that you're reading here, but you figure out the width of the base PNG versus the new PNG SVG to PNG, Rector based image that we did. And then you divide, so I guess larger by smaller, you get a ratio, but then you apply that ratio to all of the inputs in your data frame, which is, right here is the base data frame. So it's like this X is 1146, multiply it by 0.074, whatever, it's like 800 or whatever. And then do that for this is just the head, but it does it for everything in the data frame. Save the data frame as a PD or as a CSV. Then on the Python endpoint, on the map, programmatic map input point, loads in the CSV, then passes the CSV information to the HTML. And then also there's an algorithm in there that will keep this fill color in line. The fill color, the color that you see on the end HTML is just, an RGBA color that's passed to Python to render. Um, and so one's transparent. I think I showed you guys that last week. The way it works is it's like layers, right? So the base one is the color, but it doesn't link to anything. then the transparent PNG, but then you can't like click through because even though the PNG is transparent, it still is like just there. And then a transparent layer of links on top of it that you don't even know you're clicking. You think you're clicking the bottom, but creates a visual illusion of like a programmatic map. Great. So that's sort of how the map works. You know, it's like I got it. I got a process down and kind of know what's going on now. Before, to be honest, I had figured it out, but like I didn't really know what was going on. But it's like, okay, I got it. Past that, I also worked on just kind of figuring out the onboarding process for each facility. I haven't made the jump to a multi-facility issue yet. I'm still kind of hammering out the process for one facility, but I've got a plan to like expand onto multi-facilities. In the multi-facility, I think I'm gonna have to like similar to the landing page. There's a map, and it's like you can pick which facility. So like the back end operator will be able to do that and kind of like jump around to facilities. And then each facility is going to have its own, what I'm calling client variables. So it's like, you know, business name, branch address, branch phone number. I thought about email maybe. It's probably a good one. And then that is saved, similar thing, saved to a CSV and then uploaded on the master script. So let's get into it. Let's call the master script. We've done quite a bit of work this week. When we load, same kind of landing page. I did a little bit of aesthetic work. Still just a business card as a placeholder. This is a 2x3 business card, and it, you know, it fits the screen. I think it's kind of pretty coming along. Pretty demo software button. We got some construction guys, not too shabby. This video that I'm making right now, last time I sent you guys the video as a Google Drive link, but I think I'm going to make a YouTube link this week, and then I'll stick that YouTube link in here, and then the idea is every week we'll have a video, and then hopefully the last week will be like, hey, here's the actual, you know, product demo video. Same thing with the content. I didn't change it, but I've thought more about it. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the Carlin thing. Who knows? Anyway, when you do demo software, same landing page. Haven't really worked on this. I was working on something. I've got another one, which is a funny website. It's my girlfriend has organized this event called Boo by Boat in Hot Springs. It's like people trick or treat. And also, side note, we bought this URL. It's boobyboat.com, but you know, Boo by Boat. But it's actually, we didn't even think about this. It's boobyboat.com. So dumb. But anyway, the way that it's kind of sort of the same code. I was thinking about doing maybe like storage unit icons. I started trying to do that, but it didn't jive super well. I might do that. I might keep these. I don't know. To be determined. But anyway, yeah, so the gate code still works. If you guys remember, enter the gate code. If you're within 200 feet of a location, it'll open. There's no gate at the moment to connect to, but like in theory, Will's figuring out microcontrollers and robotics and 220 volt mains, so you know I've got high hopes for him, and we'll be able to hook up a microprocessor to that, and then I guess it'll be a server, and it'll you know, send the webhook and it'll activate the motion. Username, passcode. I showed you guys that last week. I haven't really worked on that much. I have put quite a bit of work on this move-in. So let's move into this. So yeah, there's no availability because I keep moving people in and testing this. But let's move into this 10 by 10. So when you move in, I need to make this prettier, your company logo, and maybe get some other stuff here. This is kind of bare. But so last week I was telling you about I got the camera to work, and I was like, oh whoa, what happened? So yeah, I figured out cameras. Something's going on here. I've got another one that works on the edit contact card. It's similar to this, but like there's one overlay, but for here I have two. I don't really know. The idea is you're supposed to like stick your credit card in, or not your credit card, but your driver's license. So let's just do it. So you capture photo, and I think this is pretty cool. Then it puts it here. It also sends it to a Python endpoint, which actually no, it doesn't. This is a different version. This one it sends it once we hit submit, but it goes through, converts it to a PIL image, and then it does some photo enhancing. So it's like a beauty filter and it makes the writing like more legible. Um, yeah. So we need to onboard someone. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z, so let's do Goku Kakarot. I don't know how you spell Kakarot. Kakorot, and I may have done him before, so let's just do 4. It can't be a double name, so like if I already had him, it'll kick him out. There's probably some logic there, but for now, whatever. Phone number. Let me show you guys. So some stuff has happened since the last time I did this. 424242424242. This is the fake card MasterCard gives you to test. I agree to the operational terms of service. I agree to the financial terms of service. We're going to sign. Again, I haven't done any research over digital versus electronic signatures. I don't know if this is legal, but it's cool. Submit. We got to wait. It does take a second. So right now it's onboarding you on Stripe.com. It's creating a payment subscription account for you. I just got an email. I just got a text. And it loads some HTML. So welcome Goku Kakarot 4. You are in unit number. Also, we figured out the inventory and then assigned inventory based on like what was available. It's just like first in, first out kind of thing. Your unit size is read in that variable. It assigned a gate code. So your gate code is, and this is how Will's family's company does it. Your gate code is your unit number plus 2 random numbers. So it can be between 5, near numbering system, it can be between 5 and I guess 7 numbers, I don't know. And also on the gate numbering system, like if there's an E or something or like a letter in it, it'll parse out the letter and it'll strip it down to just numbers. So that was kind of screwing it up for a while, and that was something I had to figure out, the read module. The username is first name, last name plus unit number, and then the base passcode is 1234, and then you'll have the ability to change your passcode when you get in your user account. So that was welcome Goku Kakarot 4. So let's remember Kakarot 4. And yeah, let's go. Oh, but yeah, so let me just real quickly. So yeah. So that email, welcome to fake storage code, fake branch name. Remember, those were the variables that we had in the back end. And I need to figure out the spacing, but it's reading this in from the automation webpage that I showed you guys last week. And I got to figure out spacing, but like I'll show you, I've connected the automation page with this ability to send the email. So like welcome, kind of similar to the HTML. It's got all the relevant information. I think this is interesting still. I may have showed you guys this last week, but it's got your signature that we just did. You need to do these date variables and finish the company name. Oh, I need to get that base variable here. Goku Kakarot 4, and it's the contract. We're supposed to be making a contract. So that's cool. And then it also sent you a text at the same time. I can't see my screen, but there's some spacing issues, but it has, I'll show you in a second, this is the information that's from the automation page. So where were we? Operator login. So let's then log in. And remember last week I was having some issues with, like, sometimes I would onboard people and like this Kakarot 4, it would be like Goku Kakarot, but then it would be like just Goku and Kakarot would be blank. What was happening was when I entered that initial information, it's like sometimes I would actually hit space. So it'd be like Goku, and it was messing up stuff downstream, so I had to like put in the strip module on the Python in the back end, because if there was a space, it would just mess up whatever. So anyway, that problem's gone. Like on camera last week, I was like, what's going on here? Anyway, so let's Goku Kakarot. And it's Goku Kakarot, and we enhanced the image a little bit. Still looks kind of blurry. I figured out how to do a webcam. I've got a better webcam. I'll connect it next week, but I don't want to waste our time doing that. But I've got a better webcam that we can hook up to. In my mind, they turn it around like an 8, like a 10 Fitness. Kind of how they do. And yeah, it's all the stuff that we just did. And also, let's go to Stripe. So, and then yeah, they just made a Stripe account. And I've been figuring out, I've been playing with Stripe's API. I know how to programmatically create. We just programmatically created a user. I know how to programmatically delete a user. So, when we do that drop user, it'll delete them. Got to go in test mode and then go to customers. And then we're going to see Goku Kakarot here in just a second. Goku Kakarot, he's a user. So, like, if you click on him, now he's going to be charged $191 every first of the month. So, yeah. I need to figure out how to prorate it from when you get on. That's on my to-do list, but it's not super high on it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. The facility map is still looking good. So like if you move, I don't know if I had a move out function last week. Oh yeah, Testerson. Yeah, so this guy, this ugly fella, I guess I did this earlier today because I'm wearing the same shirt. So like he's got 2. So what if I do take photo? I don't know why you would need to change this on the back end, but we did 3. And I've noticed you've got to take a second for it to write, or sometimes it'll mess up. When you commit your edit, boom, Testerson 3rd. Yeah. Email. Yeah. Now we're gonna move him out. Are you sure you want to move out Testerson 3rd? Hang on. First, what unit number are we in? We're in unit 1000. So move out. Okay. Oh, I need to drop the... Okay, so when you move out, it doesn't replace the image. I need to add that. Make a note of that. But so this 1000, when you move out, it changes it to empty dirty. So that won't show up on inventory yet, right? So like the assumption is they move out, maintenance has to go and put eyes on it, right? So maintenance on their phone will go, and this image won't be here because... Oh, the password needs to get done too. Okay, so I need to change the image and passcode from that endpoint, from the move out input. But then, so maintenance goes, they clean it or put eyes on it, make sure it's clean. They would edit. Unit status would then be, empty clean. And now that it's empty clean, it will register on inventory on the front end and be rentable. So now we've got a 10 by 5 that they were all 1s. Now we got a 10 by 5 that is able to be rented. That's pretty cool. I figured out inventory. The colors work, which is super cool. Haven't got a move in function yet, but got an idea for that. I mean, I guess I've got it on the front end. It's just write some of that. Data and records. I showed you guys this last week. I don't know why the color changed. I did nothing, but this color changed. I noticed that yesterday. This is supposed to be green. Not a huge deal, but green is printed paid up. This still doesn't work. That's on my to-do list. Calendar actually works now. I think I fixed this. So like if you do move-ins, so no one's moved in. Oh, this is sad. Move in tomorrow on September 11th. This wasn't cute. Osama bin Laden getting a 20 by 10. But yeah, so like Osama bin Laden is moving in tomorrow. Schedule move in. So first name, Saddam Hussein. It's probably spelled wrong. I don't know. What's his phone number? 911. CIA. Gmail.com. Select size. Oh, and it's only the available units. Like if this wasn't available, everything's available right now, but if it wasn't available, it wouldn't be an option. Price. Okay, so yeah, so the price is passed, but why isn't the price passed here? Okay. Anyway, schedule move in. Now when we go to 9/11, so we got Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein just moving in. So yeah, so the move-in works. I don't think I have move out working yet. No, yet. But it's going to be basically the same thing. Also, payments. This is just randomly generated at the moment, but maybe I'll do like some Stripe integration. So, like for the day, maybe I can have it to where it's like I don't know. I haven't thought this through, but every day needs to have a record of all the payments, and I also need to make a way to take payments probably. Credit cards. This doesn't work yet, but I've been playing with the API. I can do this where it reads this table in, but it takes forever, and it's kind of pointless. So I was thinking it might make more sense to just have it on a contact card. So every time you look up a contact, um, maybe instead of like, oh god, that's ugly. Instead of having to like query the entire Stripe database, which takes like I don't know 10 seconds, you can just do it per contact, and then just like build it into the edit page would be a lot quicker. So yeah, so the automation page is I'm kind of proud of. I don't know if I showed you guys this last week, but you make your changes, you write whatever you want to write, and on the input side, it then reads in whatever you save here. Once you save these settings, um, it's saved into a data frame, and then on the onboarding side, it reads these in and like actually sends it. So like the email and text that we sent earlier was this stuff. And that onboarding that I showed you earlier, where you had the like right here, I think I'm gonna make these like automation settings of like client our facility variables up here so that they can enter it themselves maybe. Set unit pricing, I showed you guys that last week. You change it and it'll change the front end, and that's past that I think that's kind of all I've got. Oh, I didn't save it, so it's not going to render. So let's just turn the prices all the way up to make sure it works. Update prices. I think it's Biden. Yeah, so then prices are all the way up. And then like the availability, so let's go back to the back end. Let's move some people out so we got availability. Let's do like this guy. Get out of here, ugly. Okay. Let's see, so yeah, so I gotta kill that, the picture, and that. So to move him out, you also then have to unit status, move his status to empty clean. And again, the assumption is like you can't rent it until it's clean. So I mean that's kind of by design. So now when we go to website front end, that should boom. That 10x5 we just cleaned out reconciles. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's coming together. Let me just think things that I need to work on. I need to fix kind of the contact card. I need to get the Stripe integration, maybe a little bit more. But the onboarding process is pretty solid. I worked on onboarding quite a bit this week. I think maybe I worked on, I need to get something with the credit cards. I need to get that flushed out a little bit more and have some kind of endpoint here, or website, or whatever you want to call it, where something happens where you can like. But I don't know. I've got these two. It's just like search your customer. I might even just kill this really, and just build it into the contact card, because it's like we've got a search bar here. Again, why am I reinventing the wheel if I've already got a contact thing? So like right here, Doofus McSchnickel. Cool name. I think it just makes sense to have his Stripe stuff here that maybe you can edit. I think these don't exist yet. When I get the calendar flushed out, this might connect with the calendar. And then I probably need to do some website options. I was thinking I'd give them like 3 options, just like pick a layout kind of thing. But for now, just minimum viable product, man. That's kind of all I got. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I think it's coming together. Let me know. Let's do one last edit. Take photo. Let's change it to I don't know why your license changed, but I don't know, capture photo, and then that same, you saw how the color changed, some upgraded. It looks a lot better when we use a Brio as opposed to the webcam. Brio is a webcam. Yeah, so I think that's it. I'm gonna cut this off. How long am I? Didn't say. All right, well, that's all I've got. If you guys have any input or ideas, please let me know.